Hello everyone. In this video, we will see about how to do the data export using BYOD. That means bring your own device. So for that, you need to have a SQL Server management where you will create a database and export the data to the database, and then we will use the database for reporting purpose. So how you're going to do? So first you will export the data from the dynamics finance and operation, and then upload it to the database for the reporting purpose. So first we need to create a new database. Let's open the SQL server. So you should open the SQL server management studio, uh, whatever the latest version you have. So it will take some time to load. It depends upon your the PC speed. It's loaded now. Once it's loaded, you will see connect to server screen, login screen. Here the server type is database engine, and the server name, it's been I have been already selected this server. If you not, you can browse the server, okay, and expand the database engine on local servers and select the server which is shown here and click OK. Now click connect. Okay, now it's been connected. So you can see the database has been showing here below the object explorer pan. So here right click the database. You can expand and see what database is there. There is already been some default predefined databases are there. So we are going to create a new database. Right click on the database, click new database, and you can say the new database name is like BYOD. Bring your own database, okay, and then you can click OK. Basically, the database under the database files, you can see some of the fields appearing here. It's like you can leave as it is a predefined, because it's kind of settings which, if you know that about what kind of file type going to handle on the BYD database, and the file group is a primary, initial size is 8 MB, but it will grow when the database is loaded, we can set as an auto growth. So these are the predefined settings is been there already, no need to change anything, just click OK. So you can notice there the BYD is already selected. So now expand the security node and expand the logins. Here you can find the SA. This is a default. So right click on the SA logins, click properties. So here let me change the password, because we don't know the password what has been there. So I'm just changing the password for myself. You can also have a simpler password which you can remember to connect. So I also remove this enforced password policy because we are doing for testing purpose. So password policy must have alphanumeric uh, characters, 8 characters or 12 characters, which is depends upon the policy. So we will remove it. enforce the policy and click the OK button. So just to make sure that if it is working or not, what we set the password, just simply close it, close the studio. Okay, now just re-login, open that SQL SSM Server Management Studio. Now what we will do before we do login the Windows login, right? Now we will change the authentication method to SQL Server. So here in the connect to server Windows login, sorry, SQL login, in the authentication field, choose SQL Server authentication. Now the login will be SQL and the password what you have been set before. So click connect. Now here we go. Now we have connected now. Okay, so let us enter the details here. What are the steps we are going to do? So it will be helpful for you to remember also. The first thing, like what we are going to do here is like data export using BYOD, right? The first step is create a new database, right? Great. Though the second step is now to configure the data entity. Configure the data entity. Okay, so this is for which purpose we are going to do for export. We need to export. We need to export the data entity. Configure data entity to export. Okay, fine. So we will choose some of the data. So just for that, we need to log into the uh, financial operation screen. Okay, just open the browser. Once you logged in with your credential, just to navigate to the data management workspace. Here we go. Just navigate to the module, not the module, sorry, workspace. Here you can see data management. You can bookmark it, so next time you don't want to scroll it, right? That's the best thing. I bookmarked it, so it will be in the favorites here. Okay, just click the data management. Okay, here you have to select the framework parameters. Select the framework parameters tile. Under the import export, just scroll it down. Okay, here you need to go to the entity settings. So just to refresh the entity list, because maybe if you when we need to do like to update the entity list. Suppose if you created this data entity in the Visual Studio and you have built it, the project, and to in order to reflect in the FNO, you have to refresh it. So then only it will get listed up in the data entity. Just click refresh. So you see the blue bar says mention that the refresh entity list job is added to the badge queue, because sometimes it will take few minutes to refresh all the data entities. Okay, so now again go to the data management workspace. Here you have to choose the data entity. Okay, so now here we will choose the database called customers. In the quick filter, this is a quick filter box. Here, type customers version 3. Let me search if we can get it. Yeah, here we go. We got it. Then select this customer with the entity in the grid. Let me click OK. Okay. Now here, let me see, there is an option called change tracking, right? So let me click the change tracking. In the change tracking, you have to select enable primary table. So it will take some time. So we are enabling the primary data. Let it be a process because we are doing in live. Once it's processed, so after you click this change tracking and enable the primary table, the field name, the column name, change tracking will change to primary table. Before the value is none. Now it's become primary table. Okay. Now the third step would be create a Azure SQL database. This is for the data source. Okay. So this is like we are going to create a target database like Azure SQL DB. So we will see like how to do this one. For that, you go to the same data management workspace, open the edge. Okay, open the data management. We'll go one by one. Once it's loaded, I'm not sure why it's a bit slow. Okay, here choose the configure entity export to database. Once it's open, create a new record by selecting the new button in the action pane. Now the source name, we will keep it as a BYOD, and the description also will keep it as the same. So in the connection string, so we need to get the connection string for to connect the SQL service database. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, test completed. I just validated automatically. Let me show you the connection string. Yeah, this is called data source equal to server name. And server name is like Fando 10037, which is here. Okay, and then comma initial catalog, the database name BYOD, integrated security is false, user ID is SA, and the password is the password. That's a simple one what I created before. I just click validate. Once validated, it will show you on the top of the blue bar. Just close all the errors, click hide and save it. The VM is a bit slow. Click save. Now publish it. It will take time, and yeah, so the entity is list is being refreshed. Job execution system must be stopped. So I think it's published now. The task has been completed. So now again, now we need to select the entity called customers v3. Let me scroll it left. So now where we are now, we are under the target entities BYOD database, right? Now select it again. Published is no. Okay, we went to the publish option. Now we need to publish. Click the publish. Published job has been scheduled. So we'll wait for it. It's scheduled. It's going to run. We have a new message. Successfully published entity customers v3 to BYOD. Okay, so it means it's published already, but it's showing here no. We will see why. Maybe we need to refresh it, or maybe I will delete the. Okay, delete the entity and go back. Or you can just refresh also. Go to publish option. Today's VM is a bit slow. Show published only. If it is published already, we'll see. Yeah, something showing up. Yes, great. Now it's been published. Okay. Now we what happened? This customer um, v3 entity which we created from the FNO, we published to the like test database. You can say like BYOD. We push this entity to that database. Okay, published successfully. Now we are going to in the testing phase. Now go to the data management again. Now click the export tile. Now the group name will be just you can type like because we are going to export, right, customer table. So cust export BYOD. Okay, and select the add entity. It's loading now. So here we can choose the customer v3. Customers v3. Yeah, here we go. Select this, and target is like what is the target database which we created, right? Let me see if it is, yeah, is there. Target is Azure SQL DB. Select that one. Okay, so make it as an incremental push, because whenever there is a update is there, it will update the recent changes only. That's called like incremental push. So click add button. So once it's done, let it process. So what's going to do, like we're trying to map this. We're pushing the customer V3 entity to the BYOD. Yeah, the mapping has been completed successfully. You can see that there is some error also. Sales memo column can only contains, so that there be a like data error inside it, but you can ignore it because we are not validated that data inside. So it is the first time and report will be done for the entity after change tracking was enabled. Then the first incremental export will be full export. Okay, the first time will be the full export as is mentioned because the entire entity data will be transferred to the BYOD, and then later on it will be incremental push. Okay, just click save button. Okay, click the save button. Great. Now click the export now. So it's exporting now. Because of the VM or the database size, entity size, it will take time. Yeah, it's been done. You can see this tick mark is there. This is execution summary export report. Now we'll go and check the database because here the status is succeeded. So we exported 32 records, right? Now we'll go to the SQL database. Go there. Okay. Once we open the SQL database, so expand it, BYOD, and go to the table. Okay, here see this one, customer V3 staging has been created. This is the new table. Okay, right click and we will see the data and select top 1000 rows. The SQL command will run with the select star from this database for 1000. Select top 1000. So see, you can see the data has been, you can find all the customer records are exported to this table in the BYOD database, right? That's great. So here example, we will try to find the changes how we are doing the, if example I will do the real-time transaction on the FNO. Once we done the real-time transaction, this should be reflected on the BYOD database because it's the external database, right? So let me go to the model. We do the test. Go to the modules. Okay. Here, go to accounts payable. Sorry, accounts receivable. Because my mouse cursor also becomes slow. Now, expand the customers. Then click all customers. We'll create a new customer and we'll see the data, how it's transferring, moving the data. So we're going to create a new record. Okay, here's the customer account. Okay, right? So we create a new customer account. Click new. Just need to enter the basic details of account name, customer group, which is mandatory. Okay, still loading. Okay, great. Now, so here, scroll it up, details. So in the customer account, you can type, uh, you know, it's a test, right? You can type a test, 01. Is there any customer account is there? Like, oh, it's been slow, too slow today. I'm not sure because of the internet connectivity. Okay, if I have the, okay, great. So I will type as a test, okay, just for 01, and the name will be test customer. Come on, why is like that? Test customer and group will be, you can type any group, customer group. I don't worry about this, just for testing purpose only. Oh, test is a wholesale customers, so intercompany, whichever category this customer will fall. Click save. Okay, now we'll try to export the data. Okay, real transaction has been done. Click save, right? Okay, let it save. Already saved. Okay, now go to the data management. So you know the project what we created, it's custom export BYOD, right? This is a project we created for the exporting to the custom database. Okay, select this and then click the load project here. Click the load project on the data grid. So the project has been, something is having issue, and it has disabled fields. Field is fuels surcharge applied is disabled by config key ship carrier. Please remove the field in the mapping or enable the respective. Okay, got it. We'll check about this one. Okay, just to want to see the changes only. We're not going to do the real data correction. Now select it and click export now. So export now under the export option action pan. So now it should show the execution summary. Okay, now it's been succeeded. See, you can notice this one. There is a only one record has been exported. So it means you know that one. What will be that? So we should have find this one in the SQL database, right? Let me go there and do the same thing. You just select the top customers again. Okay, I will close it. Okay, right click and select the top 1000 rows. So what is the record what we created here as test, right? Let me see. This organization name. Let me see it in which column it is. Customer account. I'm looking here. The record which we recently updated. Might we can see it from the last row. Might be because last time previously we added 32, right? So this is a new record, I believe. Let me go right hand side because my database is too slow. Here we go. This is the test one. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. This been very fast. So you can see this one, it's been updated here. So test customer, right? So now you understand what is the purpose of this BYOD. So it's a bring your own database. It's like you can export the data from the Dynamics FNO, and then you can export it to the your own uh, database. So it will help us to manipulate and work on for the report sections, not to interrupt or because you can avoid the downtime or processing times, and you can create as a multiple batch also, batch wise also you can create. So this will be like easy to share, update and export to the database. Usually we have to use for the export option. Then it's not required. We can schedule it, so it will be automatically be done. No need to be the manual manually interaction with that option from the data management to export it. Thank you so much.